And we should be good to go. Grab that there. Oh my god, cow! Oh my god, cow! Hi, Fiona. Hi, Midnight. Hi, Ollie. It's cow time, everybody. I got it. I got to switch too. You know what that means? That means cow. Look at them. Hi, hello, welcome. How we doing? How we doing? Is the sound okay? I had a lot of sound difficulties, but hopefully it's fine. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Um, Other than my bank account suffering, but you know, here we are. We got a cow. I wonder if this thing still works. No, it doesn't. Used to be able to like double tap the home button and it'll let you zoom in. But now that it doesn't do that anymore. Did they get rid of that? You used the creator code? Thank you. Happy Pride Month, everybody! Yeah, it's Pride Month. Game audio is quiet. I see. How about we give it some gain? Hopefully this helps. Gain. Let's bump it by a little bit. Is that fine? I did the best I could, but... Hi, this is a bonus stream. So what that means is that, there will still be the dance stream this weekend. But otherwise, yeah. Pride Month. That sounds kind of gay. Yeah, it does. Crazy, huh? So, we're basically gonna play the funny Mario Kart game. And for anyone curious, the menu does in fact look the same. Other than like the game chat thing there, I guess. Which I'm sure there won't be anyone using that poorly. I think cow can eat the burger, I'm afraid. And we're gonna be on the cute scoot because I like motorcycles. So yeah, here's cow. It's cow. So I'm pretty excited. So like, I picked up my Switch 2 yesterday. I was gonna, like I could have streamed yesterday, but I decided to make like yesterday a me day. I fully relaxed and it was really nice. I ordered not a burger, a pizza. I sat down and I just played the game all day. It was really nice. No, they're vegan burgers. Obviously. They're obviously vegan burgers. I think cow's fine. So like, those leaves effects are pretty wild. So how is everyone doing on this Pride Month day? I'll see if I can get the burger. That's a different food. Stressing over Spanish again? Oh, do you have like a test coming up? I'm a poke! If it's a test related thing, I hope it goes okay. You got this. You can do anything you set your mind to, really. Just playing the legendary Mario Kart character, Cow. Yeah, we love Cow. Cow's the best. Cow! We love Cow. Last test you got caught cheating? Well, that's not good, because I'll take it that you actually did that if you got caught doing it. That would be bad. Don't cheat in your tests, everybody. I think it's like rail grinding thing's really cool, but like I have a lot of trouble actually like jumping on it. So yeah, as a bonus stream, this one will be a pretty simple one. It'll be like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, that kind of thing. Your finals over for everything besides Spanish at least? Valid, valid. You got this. Oh, I lost. Yeah, it is kind of like Sonic Heroes, but Mario Kart, huh? Just... It's like a cow's just like... We love Cow. I agree, Roxa. We all love Cow. Cow needs to go for a training montage if we're gonna win. That is true. But I believe in Cow. Just look at that smile. What if the cow was a cow? That is so true. What if Cow was Cow? You can also like slide on walls now. You love the cow's piercing. She looks great. Yeah, I'm happy for Cow. How is it? I really like it. It's really fun. Like, the fact that I can just jump on any wall and it just works, I think it's really cool. Worth the cash? I think like that can only be answered by like the individual. I set money aside for it. But at least for me, it's felt worth it. That said, there aren't a crazy amount of games other than Mario Kart. Like I'm playing this in Rune Factory. So like, I know like a lot of game reviewers are gonna be like, you gotta rush to get your Switch 2 now. If you're not too convinced by like the launch lineup, you can always like wait for more games to come out for it. To be honest, there might be like a better bundle later or something. That said, I'm really happy, so I'm glad I got it. But yeah, it did cost a lot. What's really funny is pre-ordering a Switch 2 in Australia is really easy because for some reason they have so much supply, so a lot of people could just walk in and get one. I know it's very different than the situation in a lot of other places. So as a result, it was very stress-free. I could just walk into the store in like one go. There was no line even. It was really strange. Because I saw all the videos online of everyone like fighting in lines and that kind of stuff. It'd be cool if we could dress up the characters. There are outfits, but not for Cow, unfortunately. I want Cow to wear a cute hat, you know what I mean? What about the online order bots? Yeah, Australia didn't get that happening. I don't know why. They had the presentation and like the day after I woke up and I like grabbed my pre-order and it was fine. I don't know if like the scalpers just aren't in Australia for some reason. Yeah, is it the same in New Zealand too? Yeah, Australia and New Zealand, they're very cool. Very cool places. 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, a lot of our variations of football are pretty fun. Never been my thing, but like it's very important for a lot of people around me. You have an important announcement to make. Moo. That's so true. Yo, you got a Switch 2 too. Yeah, I did get a Switch 2 too. Did you get a Switch 2 too? You're probably gonna hold off to an OLED model and a pricing drop. That's valid. I think there's no issue with that at all. First you got Delta an hour earlier, now this? Yeah, no, Australia usually gets games first. It's pretty cool. Because of our time zones. Dang it. You didn't because 400 euros? Fair. I think a lot of people have been a bit dismissive of, yeah, it is really expensive. I don't want to be dismissive of that. Cuz yeah, no, my receipt when I looked at it, yeah, it was a lot. That's pounds, not euros. I always mix it up. I'm sorry. How do I find non-American websites to order clothes from? It depends where you are, really. Because I feel like a lot of clothes stores, even in Australia, tend to be American companies anyway. The main one that comes to mind in Australia is Dangerfield. But I don't know if Dangerfield's Australia specific or not. New Zealand does get it first. Yeah, New Zealand's fully like on the draw with that. They get everything first. No, I can't complain. I get everything second. You know what I mean? So like you thought the normal Switch 2 is OLED? No, it's not an OLED screen. It's an LCD screen. I've never owned anything of an OLED screen, so I don't know the difference, but it means a lot to people, so hopefully they make an OLED model. What does OLED actually mean? Actually, I've never asked. All I know is it's just fancier. I really like in this game how like instead of like going underwater, you like just glide on top of it like a little bike jet ski. I'm a fan. Larger screen, better color. Okay, I see, I see. I get you. You're leaving because spoilers? That's fair. We still have a dance stream on this weekend if that interests you. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Yeah, no, the star power-up effect was really nice. Yeah, no, the music's so good. They have all sorts of remixes from all sorts of stuff. I was on one stage earlier and they had like an orchestral remix of the what's the word? The observatory from Mario Galaxy. Suffers from ghosting and shorter lifespan but costs 3 times more. Oh, I see. So it's better in the short term, but long term no? Does that mean like the LCD screen lasts longer? Yeah, the scooters in Mario Kart. I had like I used to have a scooter license in the long distance past, but my scooter license expired. I've considered getting it renewed. I kind of miss riding motorbikes, you know what I mean? I only got to do it so briefly, but when you play a game that lets you ride a funny little scooter, it makes the heart yearn. Okay, I was winning. And then I wasn't. But hey. Hello, welcome, welcome. Ah! Your knowledge of OLED is when they first released. I see. Sadly, there's no Mii's. I really wanted to play as my Mii, but I can't find any way to play as the Mii. But hopefully they add that. Oh, okay, so the colors are more vibrant. Okay. Well, I'd love to see one someday, I guess. Hello, fellow cow main. Yeah, I'm a cow main. A bit of a pro cow. Gotta make sure I, you know, learn the matchups to ensure that I can play cow at the maximum potential of cow. IPS is still pretty good. I don't know what that is. I admit. But I'm glad it's still good. Pro cow, she goes from 1st to 14th. Oh, I'm playing the combat game. You gotta like purposely lose so you get the good items, right? Yeah, the Pro Controller is really good. That's what I'm using at the moment. I have a story, lovely audience. I used to have a Pro Controller for the Switch 1. However, something happened to my Pro Controller in Switch 1. I once went to a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. And what happened will shock you. You see, there was a Sephiroth main. This Sephiroth main, for one, was playing his matches blindfolded to prove a point. Irrelevant to the story, but he lost every single match. But anyway, he kept trying. And this Sephiroth main has decided that he will hit on me for the rest of the night. So as a result, as I'm in the Smash tournament, I'm trying to get away from this guy. But he keeps getting closer and closer and keeps advancing and advancing. And eventually people started borrowing my Pro Controller so that the tournament could still run because people didn't bring controllers. So what happened was, because I was uncomfortable, I had to leave early. But then when I left, I realized something. I left behind my Pro Controller. So when I asked about it, apparently someone just nicked my Pro Controller. So my Pro Controller's just in someone's house. Yeah, no. I wanted my Pro Controller back. So I haven't had a Pro Controller in like 3 years or something. Maybe 2 years? Around that. So yeah, if every time I drifted on my Joy-Cons on Switch 1, just know that you can blame a random Sephiroth player that side beat off the stage while blindfolded to prove a point, I guess. I wasn't expecting the most tragic story ever for Pro Controller. I know. I miss them. I miss them dearly. So this new Pro Controller, I'll make sure this doesn't happen to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, unlock Birdo. Valid. Birdo is an icon. It is Pride Month after all. You get so many Pro Controllers because stick drift? Oh yeah, I had such bad Joy-Con drift by the end of the Switch 1. I haven't looked up anything about it, but I hope the Switch 2 doesn't have stick drift. Because, it's pretty lame, you know? I'm really scared of Joy-Con drift again. But the thumbsticks do feel better. So, I like to hope it feels nice. Staying back to get items is called bagging. It has a name. Of course it has a name, but I see. Yeah, well, I would know that as I am a pro Mario Karter. It's the bully things from 64. I can't use Hall effect sticks because of the magnets. I did hear about that, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. You have fond memories of Fortnite and Joy-Con drift? Valid. I'm gonna forever associate bottom surgery with playing Fortnite with Joy-Con drift on a Nintendo Switch. That was me in Thailand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in Thailand, I played so much Fortnite on my Nintendo Switch. And like the Joy-Con drift drove me insane. However, they added Miku to Fortnite, so like I had to keep playing, you know what I mean? Had to make sure I got all the Miku. And like, it was really fun. So I do hold those memories very dear. Wish there was a way to have a lobby to have the rest be real people instead of bots. Yeah, I think like some of the people here are bots and some of them aren't. It's, I mean like if it's a bot, it would just say the character's name instead of like their username. Or in that case, Joe. Joe the Luigi main. FaZe, Princess Lucy. Yeah, I am signed by FaZe. Everyone knows this, obviously. You wish Wendy Cooper was kept in the game? Yeah, it's kind of mean they got rid of the Koopalings. Like, they're someone's favorite, you know what I mean? Joe is a banger in it. Yeah, that is true. It has aura. And then there's a Luigi called Oliver. Maybe like all the Luigi mains like all agreed. You miss Rob? Rob is an icon. Rob will be missed. I do like the food. I know it does nothing with Cal, but just like grabbing some food to go, you know? Ah! I'm convinced that once people get really good at the wall riding, that all the pro Mario Karters are gonna be going crazy. Though I wish like real scooters could just turn into jet skis at a moment's notice. That'd be really cool. Is this the open world one? Yeah, it is. If people want to see the free roaming, by the way, let me know and I can show it. But in between the races, it lets us explore. Burger! Vegan burger, don't worry. You're interested in seeing it? Yeah, I got you. We can show it. We'll probably do like a couple more of these races, and then I'll show you the free room. You just audibly gasp at cow eating burger. Well, don't worry. I'm sure it's safe. I'm driving in your wall. You love the voice? Do you mean, my speaking voice or Cow's funny moves? Either way, thank you. Well, we couldn't beat the power of Ruben, the Luigi. Yours, but the cow is funny. Happy to hear. Pikachu and Mario Kart would be so good. I want Pikachu or Mario Kart, you know what I mean? I think that'd be great. I don't know if they're doing crossover characters though. I've always been hoping for like Kirby in a car. I think that'd be cute. uh, so yeah, because we're in the middle of a race, we can just explore the map, which it's not letting me view right now, but just know it's there. The fact there's wave effects too is really impressive, actually. You're hyped for Kirby Air Ride? Yeah, no, I am too. I'm very excited for Kirby. Is the open world multiplayer? Yes, it is actually. I tried it with a family member, and we were able to just drive around. It was really fun. I don't know if you can do the missions, because there's missions in this. I don't know if you can do that with friends. I can't confirm or deny. Why is there no 200cc? Maybe there's secretly 200cc. But I know online just does a random CC class. I don't know if you've played Splatoon 1 yet, but the gyro feels better. Really? I didn't know it'd be different. That's interesting. Okay. Is that because of just the frame rate, or are the gyro? Is the gyro and the controller just better? Like, I love Splatoon, so I'll gladly give that a go later. I tried Pokemon Scarlet and Violet earlier, and seeing that game at 60 FPS was kind of nuts, because I'm used to that game being kind of stuttery. So I was very happy to see that. It's the controller and system. Okay. I'll try Splatoon sometime then. The holograms in the lobby are smooth? Oh, that's interesting. Instead of it being like stuttery? Okay. And yeah, missions are kind of back. They're not like, I don't think there's bosses. I have no idea. But, there's like these key switches that like make you do little objectives. I haven't done it because I'm not really a single player person. I usually just play multiplayer in these kind of games. You're a big fan of unregistered hypercam too, a lost art. So true. I might be like the first ever person to put unregistered hypercam on top of Switch 2 footage. It's good to be the first at something, you know what I mean? Like, if anyone can claim anyone's done it before me, let me know, but I highly doubt it. New Digimon game on PS5? Yeah, I saw that! The trailer looks really good. There was that big Sony presentation the other day, and they showed that Marvel game made by the Guilty Gear developers. I'm very excited for that. That's very cool. If I do Splatoon, play with the Pro Controller plugged in. Okay. Yeah, I've only used the Pro Controller plugged in so far, just because I prefer wired controllers. Wireless controllers I always have trouble with, and I'm impatient. So don't worry, I use a plugged in anyway. So what you say is like, I'm gonna finally be like top rank. It'll be epic. Arc Sys is making a Marvel game? Yeah, they shared a trailer yesterday. It's called Marvel Tokon. I'm just as surprised as you are, to be honest with you. I was expecting like literally anyone else to make a Marvel game, but Arc's doing it and they're the best. Lucia plug controller early. You are a true gamer. Yeah, that's me. I'm a bit of a gamer. I try my best. Are you using a new camera? No. It's the same camera I always use. It'd be really funny if I plugged in the like the Switch 2 camera though. I do have it, it's right there. Cause Mario Party has camera mini games, and I'm really hoping Just Dance has camera support. That'd make me very happy. Like, I'll be so happy if they show that. That make me the happiest, but I don't know if it's happening, but I got the camera just in case. You're surprised it isn't Capcom? I think Capcom and Disney just have a strange relationship, I think. So maybe just Capcom didn't want to do it. I don't know. Marvel Tocom was the best announcement. Yeah, honestly, I think that's the best announcement I've ever seen in a PlayStation thing. Like, usually PlayStation presentations are not very interesting. At least to me. You know? So I was very surprised. I only watched it because I needed something to do while I was like waiting for when the game store opened to get Switch 2. Just know while that presentation was on, I was on the move to get my console. Yeah, Just Dance Kinect style would be great. I just hope Kinect style games come back with the Switch 2 camera. Sorry, Cal. Oh yeah, the Wonder Woman game got cancelled, huh? Like, Warner Brothers cancels everything. I feel like if Warner Brothers announces something, you don't actually know if it's actually gonna come out. You never know these days. Hi. Resident Evil 2 and 3 Classics best thing? Oh, okay. Well, I'd imagine that's a big deal for some people. I just don't like scary games. Yeah, that was some counter. Wait, no. Uh-oh. We will win. I will get the victory royale. Hope Ark cooks like usual. Ark always cooks. Do you think the elimination system makes the game feel more luck-based or less? I don't know about luck yet, but I do find the elimination more fun. Because, I like the exhilaration of trying to get ahead. Have a hydrated. Yeah. I haven't did it again. Like, I think, there's probably less luck to worry about because as people get eliminated, there's less people of items, I think. But also, I guess if you, like, are coming 10th and everyone behind you gets eliminated, you would get the bullet bill, I guess. So, maybe it does affect the luck. I never thought of it that way. You would hate living in Warner Brothers CEO's house if you called it dinner and kick ass. So true. But Warner Brothers CEO, I thought we're going to Universal Studios this Christmas. Nah, sorry. Cancelled. You always cancel everything. Have I played Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion? I have not. I'm bad at scary things. The Warner Brothers CEO like hands you an appetizer and says, "That's all, folks." Yeah. I think this game, we got it in the bag, I think. You feel like it'd be one I like, but if it's scary, then I don't think I'd like it. I don't like scary things. Scary things are scary. Is that Mario? No, that's Cal. From Mario Kart. That over there, that's Mario. But I'm playing as Cal, the best character. I do hope future Mario games make sure like Cal is in every game now. Most hype announcement for you was Death Stranding 2. Valid. I know a lot of people really like those games. I think tomorrow is Summer Games Fest, so we get to see more game announcements, so who knows what they'll show. I got a release date for everybody's golf, so I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, when that stream was on, I'd imagine, like, everybody's golf appears on the stream, and everyone's like, it's alright, it's just an everybody's golf announcement, whereas I'm, like, lean forward, screaming me like, oh my god, it's everybody's golf. Cow spinoff. They probably could make a cow spinoff at this point. Can you imagine just like the Nintendo Direct guy be like, a new game coming to Nintendo Switch. Cow. Good morning for South Australia. It's so cold today. Like, yeah, what's up with that? Any Australians in like watching like, why is it so cold lately? I'm not built for this weather. You know what I mean? That's why I'm wearing a scarf today. Why is cow so cute? Who knows? Who knows? They're gonna make like an action-packed adventure game, and you play as Cow. Yeah, that was Giga Cow. Gigantic Cow. Like, I like to imagine they did not anticipate Cow to be popular. But I love them. It's Cow. Cow! Are you flying? Yeah, there was like a little plane mode that you can do. Like here. I think it's gonna do it here? No, not here. Okay. We're just being radical and doing tricks, I guess. Which you can do multiple tricks in the air now, which is really fun. Your first winter on estrogen? Yeah, it's so cold, but it's the first like, winter of estrogen, because, when you have mostly testosterone in the body, testosterone helps you regulate heat, from my understanding. But with estrogen, you have less of that, so, it feels colder. This is not what you expect from the open world. This is also— yeah, no, this game's so cool. I love it. Like, all the pathways to everything feel so well thought out and fluid. That person's name is Pooh. I see. Creative name. Good, great, awesome, whoa! How am I learning this 2 years after the fact? It happens! No, winter of estrogen will hit different. What's my favorite animal? Maybe ducks? I like ducks. Ducks are cute. Maybe penguins? Monkeys are cute. I like a lot of animals, to be honest with you. I love seals. Seals are cute. Dolphins are adorable. There's lots of options. I will get the victory royale, lovely audience. I believe. We can do more exploring. If I were an animal, maybe a bird so I could like fly and see the world. Or yeah, probably a bird, I'd imagine. Maybe a kookaburra, they're cute. I could like fly up to a tree and laugh at people. London's cold enough anyway. Yeah, London sounds very cold. Please do not rub a big W to get a Switch 2. I'm low-key jealous of birds. Yeah, no, that's fair. I think birds are cool. Whenever I go on walks, the magpies have started to trust me. Like, whenever I walk, all the magpies in my local area will, like, just walk up to me now, and I feel so important. How about Harvey Norman? Harvey Norman's barely in business. Don't hurt them like this. Please don't rub various stores for Switch 2. You don't get swooped? I never get swooped by magpies. I did when I was a little kid. I got like tornadoed by a bunch of them. Terrifying. But nowadays, they just walk up to me. It's really nice, actually. They recognize good humans and bad humans. I'm glad I could be like the cool human. I try my best. Yeah, I'm the queen of the magpies, I guess. They're not corvids? Oh, okay. Very popular game reviewer and YouTuber in the Spanish YouTube community. That must have been them then. I guess we're racing them. Is that what you sold them? In that case, I'll try to find them again. Cracky mate, what are they then? So true. I can't add people on Nintendo Switch, I'm sorry. My friends list would be kinda nuts if I allowed it, you know what I mean? Because if I let one person do it, then everyone's gonna do it. One letter off? Oh, I'm sorry. Dang it. That would be kinda cool. To like, race against someone that is an established game reviewer. Well, I still think magpies recognize nice people. Ah! Yeah, we're doing Mario Kart today. I'm getting you Switch 2s? Yeah, everyone in the lovely audience, look under your seats. It's a Switch 2. I could only buy one for myself. I can't buy however many Switch 2s there are of people watching. Hooray! We're all getting Switch 2s. Switch 200s are dead. Dang. Free Switch 2 if you rock up to Big W? I don't think that's how that works, I'm afraid. You get a Switch 2. You get a Switch 2. Like, maybe it'll be like a 3DS where like they price cut it after a year, maybe. That'd be cool, because there's a funny irony where the Switch 2 is focused on like social connection, whereas well, not a lot of people are probably gonna be able to get one. So I hope they adjusted so more people can get one. Did you calculate it? You telling me you have 349,050 sitting around? No, I don't. I don't know about you, lovely audience, but I am not in possession of that much. In the UK, they're marking them up. That's pretty lame of them. If you ask really nicely, they'll give it to you for free. Oh, that's so true. We all know you have 10 quintillion dollars. Yeah, we are racing against a lot of CPUs because, well, it just came out that, I don't actually know how well the Switch 2 is gonna sell. You know what I mean? Like, this week, all the diehard fans will buy it. You know what I mean? But after that, I don't know. So, if you want to buy a Switch 2, I guess, only do it if it's like, you like what's currently available rather than what you think will be available later, I guess. Because this could easily be a Wii U, you know what I mean? You never know. Like, it might affect Nintendo's abilities to output games, I don't know. If I was stuck in a Mario level in any Mario game, what would it be? Maybe Maple Treeway. I love Maple Treeway. Or maybe the beach level in Mario Odyssey. That'd be nice. Recession indicator. Yeah. Who's your favorite Mario Kart characters? Well, other than Cow, in Mario Kart 8, I played as Inkling Girl a lot, which is really fun. But other than that, I really like Yoshi. I liked Yoshi a lot when I was really little. I was a big Yoshi fan. Also Peach, because I was an egg, you know. And I thought Princess Peach's dress was very pretty. I still think so. You like Birder? Birder is very cool. What happens if you put a Switch 2 cartridge in a Switch 1? Depends on the game. For example, if it's a Switch 2 edition game, it'll actually just play the Switch 1 version. I have Rune Factory Guardians of Alzima on Switch 2, and that cartridge can plop into a Switch 1. And, like, that's pretty convenient. It's kind of like that Xbox Smart Delivery thing, if you're familiar with that. However, not every game does it. So it's really confusing and convoluted, and I don't know how to know. So, but it doesn't do the 3DS thing where, like, it has that little notch that blocks the cartridge from being inserted. Which I kind of miss that, like when the 3DS had the big notch thing. You pick Daisy and Rosalina every time? Valid. I know, like, whenever I'd play Mario Party at, like, people's houses, it would be, like, a group of trans girls playing Mario Party, and, like, everyone would be one of the princesses, pretty much. It'd be, like, Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, all day, every day. That's usually what happens when you play Mario games with a group of trans women. That'd always be funny. It'd be like Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, and then I'd be like, Yoshi! Rosalina is very pretty. Wow, that was really cool. Dry bones forever in your heart. Valid. Can they put in Ninja? In Mario Party, I really like playing as Ninja. We are all princesses. Exactly. Dang it. Is there a registered hypercam? I'm afraid not. play Mario Kart Wii still and still just use the Mii. No, that's fair. I wish the Miis were still in this. I'd play as the Mii sometimes. I'm really sad the Mii isn't in it. Cause the Mii I made is really cute. I think on like the Discord server I saw someone recreated my Mii randomly. So like maybe I should just have the QR code so people can have the Lucy Mii in their games, like putting me in Utopia or whatever. If people want that, I can grab the QR code for it at some point. To download the Lucy Mii. You recreated the Mii? Oh, okay. It was you that did it. Okay, yeah. It was a very good recreation. Pink Yoshi's Princess Yoshi. I agree. Do I play Super Smash Brothers? Yeah, I do actually. I play in tournaments here and there. I main Jigglypuff, and then I also play Kirby and Wii Fit Trainer. And Pichu. I really like playing Pichu in tournaments. When he came out, you definitely recreated me as a girl. I did that too. I think that's a rite of passage for the trans Nintendo fan to remake your Mii. Wii Fit Trainer mentioned. Yeah, Wii Fit Trainer's cool. Like Cal. Cal's cool. When's Cal getting in Smash? Always played Kirby, but he loves Zelda. Valid. You always wanted to play Zelda, but didn't want to be made fun of? Yeah, that's fair. I think, like, that can happen often. But know that you can play whoever you want to play. Okay? Whatever character you like, that's a cool character. Yeah, we need me in Smash Bros. I lost Sakurai really nicely. I'll just like coincidentally meet Sakurai at an event, and I'll be like, hey, can you put me in Smash? Are there any black characters? Unfortunately, I don't think Mario Kart has any. I hope like that like diversity improves. I think like a lot of the human Mario characters are very old and were made in a different time, but hopefully they have new ones someday. But unfortunately, no. I think that's just an across the board thing with Nintendo games, I think. Which I do think is why games like Splatoon were very popular with like a wider variety of demographics, since more people could represent themselves in Splatoon than other Nintendo games. That's the vibe I get at least. Meet Bowser in Mario Kart? Yeah, that'd be really cool. I know it would never happen. But you never know, I guess. But it's more likely they'll put Peachette back in. I'm a princess after all, so I should be able to make it work. That is true. Characters or functions. Oh yeah, that interview. Whoever said that must like, every time they go to sleep at night, they look at the ceiling and they just echo in their mind, characters or functions. Lucy dances onto the field. I think that'd be a banger. That'd be a great way to like open the Smash trailer. It'll be like a water bottle or something. Mario Kart needs Paper Mario characters? That'd be very cute actually. I know like a lot of people would really love Vivian to be in it, so I think they could do that. They did the remake recently and put Vivian in it. Skateboarding or bicycling? Well, like, skateboarding looks very cool. And bikes are also cool. Yeah, Goombas is a boss in Mario Kart DS missions. That's it. Yeah, no, wait. I don't know if this game has bosses. Hopefully it does. That'd be cool for people that want that. Style Savvy in Smash would be cool. There is one song in Smash Ultimate from Style Savvy, and that's it, I think. I think it's like a song from Fashion Forward, I think. But no, I want Style Boutique to be more of a thing. I think Fashion Dreamer kind of proved that a lot of people do want Style Boutique to come back, so maybe. You want to get into rollerblading? Rollerblading is very cool. I have rollerblades, but I've never really used them. I feel bad. I got it like a few years ago, because at the time I was doing a lot of ice skating, and I wanted a way to practice when I wasn't on the ice. But I didn't really do it much because I was too afraid of falling over. I mean, that's the thing. Whenever I try to do something that's like kind of dangerous, I always like kind of chicken out. I tried getting a motorcycle license, chickened out. I tried to get into ice skating. Once I had to learn the tricks and stuff in my lessons, I kind of chickened out. Hopefully I get braver someday. They got the trendsetters mentally, the runway theme. Oh, okay. They got some songs, that's good. I think this stage is really cool because they have a giant Robo Donkey Kong throwing down barrels. Yeah, playing Mario Kart again? Yeah, it makes my brain miss riding motor scooters. Maybe someday. Huh. Yeah, there is a George Bush in the game. Huh. And they're Yoshi. Well, there you go. There's actually a lot of people playing as... Oh wait, no, they weren't playing as an abbot. That was the item. They're a Pianta. If you don't have a mechanical Donkey Kong game, what's the point? That's so true. Good morning. Hello. I think every game should have robotic Donkey Kong. I know like the big kind of main game for Switch 2 is gonna be that Donkey Kong game. I admit I'm probably skipping it because it's not really my thing, but I'm happy Donkey Kong fans get a game. So I hope they all like it, you know? No one questions his name being Donkey Kong even though he's a gorilla. That's so true. Why isn't he Gorilla Kong? Maybe like Nintendo just thought it sounded cool. Unironically, that's probably it. Hope you're having a good stream. I am actually. We do be playing the Mario Kart. He's donkey because he's stubborn. I see. Donkey Kong was just too good, so they went with it. He was too cool to have a name that made sense. I'd be going quick. There's a mistranslation myth? Oh, really? What does the myth say it is? Because, Donkey doesn't really mean anything different in Japanese. That it was supposed to be monkey, but it changed to donkey. I see. You know, it's like really funny that in the Universal theme parks, right? Technically Donkey Kong and King Kong can appear in the same like area. We were closer. Yusufu's name was Donkey Konga. That's so real. Anytime I get to free roam, I just run on the wall again because it's funny. You're queen of the transmitters? In that case, happy Pride Month to you then. Diddy Kong was created by Rare. Yeah. And I don't think Diddy Kong's in this game. Cool scarf? Thanks! I used to wear it all the time when I would go ice skating a few years ago. How does a cow drive a motorcycle when he doesn't have thumbs? Look, cow's power is beyond your understanding. You love the trans plushie? They are a cat. I have this trans plushie. And then I have the Sea Life Aquarium rainbow penguin that they had during Pride Month last year, I think it was. Or the year before. They're very cute, right? I love them. Is it cold in Australia? Yeah, it's freezing. However, you know, to me, 7 degrees is too cold. You know what I mean? So, like, that might not be cold to you, but it is to me. I'm not built for the elements. -4? I don't think I've ever experienced -4. I'll probably die. Nintendo doesn't own the rights to Diddy Kong. Oh, okay. I thought they owned the character rights, but but Rare had some other type of thing to it. It's so weird that, like, I guess Microsoft owns Diddy Kong, but they can't use Diddy Kong in anything. Because they don't own Donkey Kong. Yeah, when I was on exchange in Japan, in university, it was -2. I didn't really do much in Japan because it was too cold to do anything in Japan. And I didn't really have a good jacket, so I was freezing and my fingers couldn't move. So I had trouble writing notes down on the pen to paper, you know? Yeah, Aussie houses are more optimized for the summer, I guess. The coldest weather I've ever been in is probably -2. Yeah, -2. To me, freezing. For other people, I guess it's t-shirt weather. Everyone's good at different temperatures, I guess. Yeah, Celsius. -2 Celsius. Rare was hoping Nintendo would buy them. Yeah, Nintendo's weird. They just don't buy people at all. So situations like that have happened. I know, like, the people that made the Mario and Luigi games, those people went out of business. Because Nintendo, again, didn't buy them. They waited for them to go out of business, and then they hired the developers that went out of business, I guess. -2 is technically freezing. I see, I see. Yeah, Celsius is what's used in Australia, at least. I wonder what the deal with Game Freak is. Yeah, so Game Freak, Nintendo, and Pokemon Company have a joint ownership of the IP. So it's like a freeway split. So as a result, it's probably the most complicated license that ever existed. Because, Nintendo, like, got partial rights to it because they helped fund Red and Blue. Now it's ironic because I don't think Pokemon really doesn't need Nintendo like other franchises might. But they probably just go with the partnership because they don't have any reason not to. Yeah, it's kind of like how Sony owns the theatrical rights to Spider-Man. It's so messy, right? You don't like Fahrenheit? That's fair. Fahrenheit seems kind of not good. I'd imagine Nintendo's pretty hands-off on Game Freak. The Moon Channel has a video on it. Yeah, I think I've watched that one. Moon Channel's really good, by the way. Out of the content creators I watch, he's one of my favorites, I think. I like him a lot. That bus just drove off the road? Look, the bus just wants to see the open world, I guess. Built different, huh? Oh, a taiyaki! It's a cheap taiyaki! I love that so much! I haven't seen that one yet. I want a cheap taiyaki. When I was in Japan a few years ago, there was a Magikarp taiyaki that they were selling and it was so nice. Yeah, Nintendo needs Pokemon more than Pokemon needs Nintendo. I do agree with that. Third company's Creatures Inc. Yeah, right. That makes sense. Without googling it, how many inches into a foot and feet into yards and yards into miles? I don't know how many footsteps it would take to walk to the end of a yard, but probably a lot. We will win in this stream. I'm going to win a knockout tour. You will see it. I'm glad you believe in me. Which Mario anime would be the best snack? Did someone just type Waluigi? A lot of feed in a yard? It's free. You must have a really small yard if you can walk across it in 3 steps. I'm glad people believe in me. I do find it funny that Pokemon is a bigger franchise than Mario. It's probably the only thing bigger than it. At least as far as merchandising and stuff. Stream doesn't end until Lucy wins. That would take a while, probably. When I played on my own yesterday, I think I only won a total of once. Oop. Have I visited a country besides Japan? Where would I visit? Well, I started learning Spanish in VR chat kind of recently, so probably a Spanish-speaking country of some kind. Maybe Spain, maybe Mexico. That could be cool. Other than that, maybe New Zealand, because New Zealand's like right there. You know what I mean? I've never been to New Zealand, despite it being right next to Australia. So I'd like to see all the nature sites and stuff in New Zealand. That'd be really cool. And they seem to have some really cool culture stuff. So that'd be cool. New Zealand's probably big about as an anime trading card game video. Yeah, that's true. Pokemon does go pretty wild. Yeah, Spanish is a cool language. I like it. I'm very bad with it. Necesito muchas practicar, pero. Alice in Wonderland collab when you go to New Zealand. I haven't done a collab with her since last year. I have no idea how to do that logistically. If enough people want it, maybe. But that depends on a lot of factors. All the collabs I've done have been online. Doing one IRL would be a little spooky. I may not have won, but I'll win the next one. The Yuka collab was cute. I'm glad you liked the Yuka collab. This year I will say there's a couple of projects that I'm involved with other creators this year. I will announce those when those happen. I have one video in production with another creator, but other than that, there's two projects with, there's 3 projects of other creators that I'm in. So, I'm excited to show those off. The aim this year was more so, because last year was more like networking, getting creators around my size, whereas this year, it's mostly creators a little smaller than me, and hoping to like lift them up, you know? So that's more the focus this year. So it is different creators than last time. You watched the Mario Bros. Free and Mario World show back in the day? Those are really fun. I watched those a lot. There was a show in there's a channel in Australia called Kids Co. That popped up randomly, and they would air like random 90s shows well after the fact. I can't find any information about what Kids Co actually was, really. There was all these bumpers, but like in between that would have kids on water slides, and I'll be like, you're watching Kids Co. And like, I really want to see it again, but on YouTube when you look it up, all the bumpers are purple because apparently in India there's Kids Co, but it's purple. But in Australia, our Kids Co was green. So like, I want to see the green bumpers. If anyone found, if anyone can find Kids Co Australian TV bumpers, please send them to me. You can be annoying and DM it. I don't care. I want to see it if you can find it. That'd be really cool. Is Australia exposed to Sesame Street? Yep, we are. Sesame Street's huge, like globally, I think. But Australia got the American version, but unchanged. So our Sesame Street is exactly the same as the American one. Whereas I know, like, I think, like, in Spanish-speaking regions, I think, like, Sesame Street has different scenes in it, I think. So we don't have any major differences with Sesame Street with the American version. Your top 3. Yeah, I was. I was nearly gaming. I got Mario Karted, as they say. Yeah, exactly. I got Mario Karted. Yeah, we didn't get a regional Big Bird. Imagine if we had Aussie Big Bird. That'd be great. I just want like an episode to start, and Elmo goes, "Good day." That'd be epic. I want Elmo to say good day. Oh yeah, imagine if we had Big Bird, but it was like an emu. That'd be great. In Mexico, we had Hablado, and we love him. I'm happy to hear. I started watching Sesame Street in Spanish to try to get better at speaking it. And it's been really helpful so far. Yeah, I love seeing the little differences. I think it's really cool. Because, like, yeah, we didn't get a version that's different. If I wanted to start content creation, how should I start? Okay, so, this is the question that content creators usually don't have a good answer for. The reason for that is because everyone got their start differently, and there is a lot of luck to it. So what I would say is find a type of video that you want to make, and something that you would have fun making, even if you got 10 views or 100 views. And just like keep doing something that you enjoy. And it might work out, you know what I mean? Like, it's best not to put all your eggs into it unless you know it's gonna work out. But in the background, as like a hobby, I highly recommend just doing something you're passionate about. And just anything you think is cool. Don't do what other people do. Do something different. And you'll find like your own audience. You know what I mean? This channel you're watching right now, I'd be a lot bigger if I talked about like current news and bad things happening in the trans space, that kind of thing. I'd have more views. I'd have more money too. But I like my little niche. You know what I mean? It means I'm less popular, but it means I do something that I'm passionate about. And that's important. There's a song that samples the Sesame Street ending theme. That sounds great. The channel is awesome as is. I'm happy to hear. I'll keep doing my best. Just know that like the Fairy Princess Lucy channel will more or less stay about the same. I'll experiment and find new ways to do the same goal, so to speak, of making cozy trans content. Maybe it'll change in what way that happens, but overall, yeah, I intend to do what I do. Artist for the viewer, but the first viewer is the creator. Oh, that's a good way to look at it, yeah. You gotta do something that's cool. You gotta do something that makes you happy. When I watched my... Like, when I looked at my first voice tutorial, the one that propelled the channel, I actually watched that video 3 times before I posted it in full, because I thought it was cool. Like, I just liked seeing it, you know? You gotta have that, like, satisfaction of, like, seeing the video you made and go, like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Or you gotta be, like, really excited for people to see a specific part. The recent voice tutorial has a bit where the characters fall into, like, water and there's a splash effect. I was so excited to show people that, you know? You gotta really let it be something you do for fun. What does a content creator do when they run out of ideas? They hope they find more. Or they rehash what they've already done. Like, maybe one day I will run out of ideas, you know what I mean? Eventually. But my plan when I do that is to just pivot and just do something different. Whether that's like the ASMR roleplay stuff, or if I'd start doing travel vlog content like in Japan, maybe. But if I run out of videos to do, I'll probably ask like the audience what they want to see. Because there's always something to talk about with like trans positivity. And if it just means that the channel becomes motivational speaking every week, I'm okay with that, you know what I mean? Video about trans game characters. There is an intent to have a couple of those. Aw, thanks, YouTuber Pinky, for rating of 8. Thank you. Oh, we got 8 people. Welcome, welcome. We're playing Mario Kart. How you doing? Your plan of YouTubers is that they run out of ideas to become full-time live streamers. You know what? I could see how people would do that, yeah. I've talked about this very transparently before, but making videos is pretty hard as far as, you know, coming up with ideas, making the content, making sure it's good, right? It's fun, but like the challenge is making something that's good. Whereas live streaming is a lot easier. I won't lie. So like I can see how a lot of people will pivot to just doing live streaming because there's a lot less to do. You know what I mean? The chill bully is very cool. Pinky was also doing Mario Kart while getting all the challenges out of the way. Oh, cool. Yeah, today we are doing the knockout tours. So maybe this will have like different variety to what you saw. What about characters that are not necessarily trans, but are seen as transition goals? Yeah, I intend to do more like trans representation videos overall, including characters that aren't necessarily trans. Like, I did a video about, Naoto from Persona 4, who's like a headcanon of someone that's trans but resonated with trans people. And then I also did, I think I turned my childhood best friend into a girl. That one. That video is one of my favorites, actually. The video called, like, This Manga's Trans, in English at least. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend watching it after the stream. It's my favorite video I've done in a while. It didn't perform amazing, but it didn't have to. It made me happy, and I decided that's all it needs to be. I'm prioritizing, like, making something that makes me happy. Have you talked about Birder? Not yet. There's just so many characters, so I think I'm not going to run out of material for quite a while. Casado from Fire Emblem Engage. I've heard of, like, that character. I haven't played Engage, but I nearly played it purely for that character because I was curious. So maybe that could be a video someday, you know what I mean? You've been doing YouTube videos since 2009? Oh, that's cool, that's cool. Glad you're able to do that. Pivoting the channel and not your kid. Yeah, you gotta, like, adapt it to, like, who you are as a person. Even as that changes sometimes. Uh-oh. I think, eventually I'm gonna run out of, like, trans tips. You know what I mean? Transparently, I'm kind of already am. That's why I have started making, like, the trans representation videos and that kind of thing, just to slowly introduce that kind of content to see if that's what the audience likes, so that if I have to pivot to it, that I can. You know what I mean? So it's less of a harsh pivot. Hence the experimentalness, right? Because, lovely audience, I love making voice tutorials, but eventually I'm gonna make a voice tutorial about everything you can make a voice tutorial about. So that would make it a little difficult to, like, make voice tutorials about things I've already done, other than remaking them. Change the channel to your preferred name today. Oh, that's so good. Happy to hear. I just, when I was like 5, I really wanted to be a YouTuber when I grew up. So, I'm living the dream, and it makes me really happy. Like, I get to wake up every day and do the thing I like doing. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely surreal. I try my best not to take it for granted, because, like, nothing's forever, right? Eventually I won't be a big creator, and that's fine. If, like, I get less popular, I've decided that's fine. Can you say happy birthday to my friend Dwayne at Japanese for his birthday? Oh, okay. I got you. So just Dwayne. Dwayne さ、なんか、お誕生日おめでとう。今日はよく楽しんでください。それはだけでなく、水を飲んでね。There you go. That suffice. Happy birthday, Dwayne. How to make a voice tutorial. That would go pretty hard. Voice tutorials just turn into action drama about pitch. Yeah. I've been experimenting with different types of, like, VR videos. Because people do, like, the action sequences and stuff, so I got some ideas cooking. That's all I'll say. Whatever pivot you rotate, you got this. Thank you. I just want to do my best. You know, this opportunity means a lot to me, and I want to make sure that I make the most of it. Guns to like half of that. No, like, Japanese is hard, don't worry. You got this, you got this. 練習するほどもっとうまく喋られるようになるよ。練習頑張ってね。Yeah, philosophy tube seems pretty, like, in a good niche to, oh! It's time. It's go time. We gotta win. Philosophy tube has her own, like, niche going. And that really helps, like, her, like, always have topics as the channel's topic, really. Can adapt to what's happening around us, so, you know, there's always something to talk about, you know what I mean? Please, I need to win. At least once. At least once today. Ah! Please. Luigi, no. At least once. I do want to win once this stream. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't think it's happening. However, we can't give up yet. Ah! We take those. Luigi is hacking. At least we got a podium. Progress. What do you think? Have you done voice tutorials on how to raise your voice / yell? That is something that's planned. I haven't decided the next voice tutorial yet. There is a... Well, actually, next week's upload is a voice-related video. But after that one, once that's out, I am gonna pick the next voice tutorial, and I'm either doing one about yelling or vocal weight. I haven't decided yet. One of those is the plan at the moment. Because I think that would be the tutorials that probably make the biggest impact in the moment. How to maintain your accent. I'd have to like look up how to do that actually. Because the way I did that was just copying like Australian voices, you know? You work as a cleaner, so you practice yelling over the sound of the vacuum cleaner. That's fair. We're gonna win this one, I believe. I have the first for victory. If you watch the voice tutorial stuff, you might develop an accent. You might. The reason my accent is a slightly Americanized is because of watching SpongeBob as a kid. And then when I did voice training, I got even more American sounding because of trans voice lessons. Oops, you know. How's Mario Kart World? It's amazing. I love it. It's a great game. I waited so long for a new Mario Kart. The last Mario Kart came out when I was like 14, like the Wii U one. I don't really count the fact that the Switch got a port, you know what I mean? So this is my first new Mario Kart in like 10 years. It feels special. It makes me happy. It's just a happy game. We need happy games these days. And this game suffices in making me feel really happy. Television seems to mess up a lot of people's accents. Like, can you even imagine like how much media affects accents now? We'll see it eventually, but I know that phenomenon of the TikTok accent, where content creators over-enunciate their words, for example. And like, I think as a result, I am curious how TikTok will influence accents, because TV is a little more passive, I guess, whereas I feel like social media has become such a big part of our lives that accents on social media can range dramatically. So accents are going to shift even more, and I find that interesting. But that's the consequence of becoming a globalized world, I guess. Happy Princess Lucy. Yeah, that's me. I am a happy Princess Lucy. I have been really happy this year, lovely audience. I think I've talked about it a bit, but I've been so happy this year. Like, I just want to make the most of things. It's just all going pretty good lately. So I need to make the most of the good, you know? Yeah. Like, yeah, surgery recovery was pretty tough, but the fact I even got to have that was... Like, I didn't think I'd ever get to have that, you know what I mean? Especially not in my 20s. So, I try my best to appreciate it as best I can. You grew up in the UK and they redubbed Lazy Town. That's so funny. I think we got the... Australia got the American version, but sometimes we get the British dubs. Did you know that was like an American Peppa Pig dub that was lost media for a while and then it got uncovered? And like it's cursed. I don't know, I just think American dubs can be a bit odd with shows that I'm used to not sounding American. Did I eat delicious food in Thailand? I had some very yummy food in Thailand. We got all sorts of food delivered, but as far as Thai food, there was like a market stall place right near the hospital. And I gotta say, like, there was like these really yummy meat skewer things. Those are really good. Those markets had such fresh food. It was incredible. You had a big eventful year. Yeah, this year's been very eventful. I think I've celebrated it before, but I'm actually starting university in the background as a part-time kind of deal. To like become a proper speech pathologist someday, you know? As like my little backup for when YouTube runs its course. And like, it's just really cool. Like, I get to do like a cool little thing in the background and then also do the job I really like doing. I just feel like I've got a lot set up for myself and it makes me really happy. Thomas the Tank Engine had an American dub too? Oh. I wonder what that sounds like. I've never heard it. We had the British version. Like, if they made an American Bluey dub, I'd be offended. Dang it. I'm just glad, like, they do change some slot there. I'm unfamiliar with the person that narrated Thomas. I see. There you go. Thomas the Tank Engine wasn't American? No, that was a British show. It didn't like Ringo Starr like narrate the original set, or at least the first couple. I'm familiar with that, but an American TV comedian. Okay, fair enough. That is a good lineup. Yeah, nice. You remember Thomas having an American accent? Probably because you heard American Thomas. I think the thing is, I think adapting slang to make more sense is fine. But I think Bluey, like, Bluey's such an important, like, we don't get that many Australian TV shows, you know what I mean? So I think exposure and awareness of like Australian accents existing, I think is really important, as I think we can like often neglect less popular variations of the English language. Bluey is the best kid show in years. I love Bluey so much. I'm so glad like that gets to be like my thing, you know what I mean? It makes me like feel really proud of it in a way. How are you liking Cow Kart World so far? Cow Kart World is incredible. Cow Kart World is really great. I love it. Especially because you can like drive on walls. It's really fun. That's really funny actually. The voice actor for Bandit in Bluey, I hear him in commercials really often in Australia. So it's really funny, like, sitting there, like, about to watch a movie, and then, the movie commercial has Bandit's voiceover. And then some kid in the front row will be like, it's Bandit! I love that. I'm hoping Bluey gets more seasons soon. I believe the original creator is stepping down in the near future, but hopefully the other people they have pick up the torch, so to speak. I was once at a water park and I did like hear someone just chilling out, and like I heard their kids speak, and one of them sounded like Bingo, like exactly. And it was a surreal moment of hearing what sounded like Bingo IRL. But obviously we don't know who voices Bingo and Bluey because their identities are secret. And I think that's pretty cool. If I saw Bingo's VA in real life, cool. But the point is I'll never know. I think there are ways to make shows engaging for both kids and the family watching with the kid. You know what I mean? Like, I think even shows like Sesame Street have a lot of charm for adults to watch anyway, because it's just good. You know what I mean? So, I'm biased though. I watch a lot of kids shows. It just makes me happy. Nintendo had Bridget say, "Cowgirl is fine," and got to work on this Mario Kart. Yeah. There was an American Catherine. Okay. How did that go? I didn't even know if it existed. What if like we had like imagine like an Australian show like Play School had like an American dub. I don't know, something about that'd be really funny. I heard more Australian kids shows like make it globally. I think that'd be cool. I hope Disney keeps their hands off Bluey. Bluey's our thing. Is What's in the Box outside Australia? I don't know. You watch Wiggles loads? I love the Wiggles. The Wiggles are a classic. We also had the Holy Doolies in Australia. Which was like the rival like kid band of the Wiggles. I don't think they were as popular, but both Wiggles and Hooly Doolies were a classic. Dang it. Bluey Sunset on Disney Plus? No! All the heavy-hitting topics are cut? That's so weird. Really? I nearly got rid of like the slang, but... If they got rid of the heavy important topics, does that mean like the episode one... The episode of onesie is just like... It's 1 minute long. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. So true. There used to be like a Wiggles area in Dreamworld in Australia, a theme park. I think Defunctland made a video about it. And like, it's so weird that like a channel like that made a video about somewhere I've been. Cause like I was on the cool like big red car ride. And like seeing a YouTube documentary about that was kind of cool. I wish there was more documentaries about Aussie theme parks because I love them. There's like the only channels we really have in Australia for covering the theme parks Australia is it's just like a Theme Park Ogre, who I think is really good. I really like Theme Park Ogre, and then Jagged Journeys, who's pretty good. But I mostly watch Theme Park Ogre. Has really good like just overviews of the theme parks. You're planning on watching the new Phineas and Ferb? Oh, I'm really excited for more Phineas and Ferb. That'd be so good. Have you ever watched Koala Brothers? I haven't seen Koala Brothers actually. I really hope you're not the only one who watched Horrid Henry. I'm aware of Horrid Henry. I never watched it though. Wait, Bluey on Disney Plus is censored? Sadly. Like, all I knew is that they got rid of, like, words like thong. No memory will ever echo in my mind as much as, when there was a GameStone quick run of the Bluey game, and off-screen, Bingo yelled really loud, "I'm bustin'!" And Americans didn't know what that meant, so everyone was like, what did she say? When in Australian English, busting just means you have to pee. It's mostly slang and crude humor. Okay, makes sense. I guess like different markets can tolerate certain amounts of crudeness. I think Australia is just a little lighter on that stuff, I guess. Makes sense. I think like if Bluey keeps getting really big, maybe like they could have like a bit, like they could add in America's, well like for other countries even, just like a part where like the characters in Bluey explain Australian slang. I think that'd be a really cool educational thing. Like maybe in an episode, Bando would be like, do you know what this word means? It means this in Australia. I think that'd be so cool. I'd be really happy if they did that. I'm hoping they do that. I think that'd be a good workaround. So they could still have the slang present, but also have a little extra bit where they explain it. Like maybe like during the credit sequence. Busting has a completely different meaning in the US. Yeah, that was the day I learned. I was very confused when I saw that clip because everyone else is like panicking. But no. Seeing like a toddler yell I'm busting is pretty normal in Australia just because they need a pee. English varieties can be interesting. Slang explanations would be cool. Like, I wish the American shows I watched as a little kid, like, had explanations of the American, like, words. Because, like, I just had to figure out what an elementary school is. That kind of stuff, you know? Or I watch, like, an American TV show, and they'll say, like, oh, this character, they're a sophomore. And I'm like, what the heck's a sophomore? I still don't. I always say this, and I always forget when someone explains it to me. We will win this race. I believe. You think Bluey should have LGBT rep? Yeah, that'd be really cool. I would really like that personally. It's the main thing they haven't really done. As far as representation goes, they've done a couple of things. I think Bluey could do a lot more. So let's hope. I do have a kid with 2 months. Yeah, like I'm happy with like stuff like that, right? They've done stuff, but I'd like a trans character in Bluey. And there was like a big meme where like apparently like there's lots of like petitions to add an American character to Bluey. And I just found that kind of interesting. I'm shocked how much stuff is just American, not other countries. Yeah, no, percentage-wise, so much of the English-speaking population of the world is American, so that variation of English is viewed as the default, which I always find really interesting. But I think Australia has a really interesting type of English, and I would like it more highlighted. Like, I get really excited when like I watch a YouTube video and someone has an Aussie accent, because it just doesn't happen very much. Not soft more. My bad. My bad. I feel like I just get censored in America. There's a possibility, yeah. But people could still look it up later. It's like when in the early 2000s, like, a lot of anime had like gay characters that got taken out of the English version, and then most fans of that show would look up the Japanese version and then find representation. Queer community always finds a way. I love the animation of the blue shell, by the way. Like, Cal just chucks it. It's such an aggressive animation. Arcane had a funny censorship. I love it when, like, shows are really hard to censor and, like, it just doesn't make any sense. I think those are really funny. Yeah. It's so funny when it happens. I try so hard. It's quite difficult to take stuff out that is prominently featured. I am winning this one. I believe. Rob the Yoshi won't know what hit him. We're like at the head of the pack. We don't know what sophomore is meant to mean. Who knows? I think I just got Mario Karted. I gotta believe. Anything's possible. I'm in... Oh, I missed an item. That's not good. Please? I do like the Toad Tour bus too. You can feel it with this one? Yeah, I'm glad you feel it. Look, we're just bagging. That's what it was called, right? Yeah. I would know, as I'm a pro. Yeah, see? Bullet Bill. On cue. They aren't ready. Watch this. See? Calculated. Calculated. Get it? It's like, because it's cal, and I calculated it. Therefore, it's something I calculated. Get it? Please? Don't do it. Oh wait, it wasn't. I thought it was the end. I got excited. I nearly celebrated too early. Golf cart best item. No. That was such a clutch overtake. That was so wise. We're sweating. We need to sweat, lovely audience. Just watching your fellow cow on the motorcycle. I know, like, I joked around with someone, like, you know those movie trailers where, like, it'd be like an animal in like a kid's movie, and it'll be like, what if cows could, like, race cars? The cows have never raced cars. Cows do this thing. But what if we could be different? And then the pop music starts playing, and it's, like, featuring this actor. And it's one of those movies where they prove that cows can drive. Ah. Getting bananas in fourth is tragic. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's go time. We have to defeat the other cow. Robbie's doing anything to make sure I don't pass. Yeah, no, I am winning. Lovely audience, I have decided. I am winning. See? I've manifested that Yoshi falling down, because I am winning. I have my bananas, I'm set, I'm shielded. I am shielded from pain. They can't hurt me. I am a calculated gamer. See, Robbie can't stop me anymore. Neither can Yoshi. There's something behind me, isn't there? Please? Yeah! Let's go! Calculated. Hashtag calculated. I did it! I did it! Utterly amazing. One second, I need to commemorate the moment. We got a lot of coins that one. We're nearly at the end of the stream time, and like I think ending it on the victory is more satisfying than probably losing the next one. That was really good though. So yeah, that was Mario Kart World. I really like it, so if people want me to stream it more in future, let me know. Just a cow and her scooter. Have everyone enjoyed the stream? There is a brand new YouTube short on the channel. Feel free to have a look at the YouTube short. But there is a trans voice related video coming out on Wednesday. Or, well, Tuesday for Americans. But there'll be a voice video coming up. Because it's Pride Month. I'm going to make some special videos come out. I hope you look forward to those. The plan is to have 2 types of videos that the audience really likes back to back. So it'll be a voice video and then another special video of a type of video that everyone really likes. Yeah, so that was the stream for today. I'm gonna go prepare and have a nice lunch. But if you enjoy streams like this on Sundays, at 8 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time, we do streams. That might be Saturday for you. And the upcoming stream will be the usual dancing and guitar stream as normal. And as is being linked there, we have a Discord. And in that Discord, you can speak of all sorts of like-minded trans people, chat about things, and see me post screenshots of cow every 10 seconds. So, hope everyone has an amazing Pride Month. And remember, stay hydrated and know that you are valid. And I'll see everyone next time. Thanks for watching me actually win a race as cow. Bye everyone.